Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and I'm here today with the Sugarcube Stereo Chorus Vibrato and Rotary Pedal by Alexander Pedals, or just Alexander is what it's called. As you can tell by the name, it is a chorus and more. Let me just go ahead and dig into some of the functions. I probably won't be able to cover everything in this demo. It's quite an expansive pedal, and I'm very impressed by it. So let's start with the input and output. We have a really standard mono in situation, and we have a TRS stereo out. So you can either use I'm using the Strymon Iridium. Obviously, I'm using my Her Signature Stratocaster. The Strymon Iridium uses a TRS in for stereo pedals, and it works perfectly. I just use normal TRS cable. If you have a stereo setup where you have two inputs, left and right, you'll need to get one of these Y TRS to double TS splitters. They are easy to find. I know that Sinusoid has them. I'm sure tons of other people have them. I think I have found them on online retailers that don't just sell guitar stuff. So let's start with the settings. There are two blue and two red settings, and you toggle through them with this button. So we have the first one is a standard chorus sound. The next is sort of a Dimension 4 knob chorus that can go to kind of wild flangey places. The third is, the first red is a rotary setting. And then the last one is a chorus with a crystalline pitch shifting. You'll see each has primary and secondary functions, which, the one thing I will say is start with the secondary functions because you don't have to dial them in, and go back to the primary functions right away. So the secondary functions, you hold down to access any of them. I believe this first one is always stereo. So you can just go straight mono for this, sure, but you can also, if you hold down this button, it's a little bit hard, and turn it to the left there, you see the light changes. Now it's in mono, so it's really a wet dry signal, and over here is true stereo. I'm going to leave it in true stereo. You also have the depth knob there, the secondary function, controls the ramp rate on all of those. There's a secondary ramp setting. That's probably the one I won't get into, but it's a way to bounce between two different kind of settings. I probably would use this live. Sunday Crush, during our song Good Boy, I use the Caroline Effect Somersault right now, and if it's kind of crucial to our tone of that song is for me to bounce between kind of a slow normal chorus to a really high rate and depth is maxed out. So if I didn't have the somersault for some reason, for example, if I gave it to the bassist, Isaac, I would have this still, and I would be very happy. Next we have mix, which also controls volume. On the rotary especially, you will want to max the mix. And then we have the tweak and the clock setting there. So for the normal chorus, it's extra voice. For the dimension chorus, it's feedback. For the rotary, it's the horn balance, and it's the pitch shift on the ice setting. So let's get into playing. I am just going to play my clean signal right now. It's the Iridium Round B. So let me just... Alright, now I'm going to turn on the pedal. Reminder that it's in the regular chorus mode with the true stereo spread. Wonky. I always say you can go high on either depth or rate unless you really want to make people feel like they might be having a vertigo episode. Or seasickness. very sweet, nice chorus sound. I like it a lot. Let me play with the mix a little bit. I'm not going to touch the volume. I feel like the volume's at a good place. So the momentary, there's momentary or latching, like, so you can do either like a temporary kind of ramping, or you can just completely ramp. So it's either momentary or latching transitions there. And let's play with the tweak. I hope you're listening on somewhere you can hear the stereo. That tweak adds a secondary chorus voicing that really widens it up a lot. I don't know what I was trying to do there. All right, that's really neat. So I'm gonna go ahead and move to the dimension settings, which is the you know what it's talking about. A little four button, no tweaking. Boss has the most famous one, but by far not the only kind of dimension sound. It is a little bit different than a chorus. It's not technically a chorus, so it sounds a little bit different. Let's see. Let me read this. It's kind of a motionless chorus. It features two opposing delay lines that combine to create wide soundscapes without the wavering sound of a traditional chorus. In this case, the tweak is feedback. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that down. Let's start with rate and depth in the middle. You know what I did not do, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it. I'm going to let you all hear how it sounds on the mono setting. So this is the chorus again. Let me actually up that tweak a lot. And let's just compare that very quickly. So you can hear on one side it's just the dry signal, and on the other side it's the wet signal. That's very authentic to original stereo choruses. So it's pretty neat that they did that. Cool. Now we actually will go to dimension. I'm going to keep that in true stereo. I'm probably just going to keep it the mix of the middle for now. I'm going to start with the tweak all the way down. Add some mix. Now I'm going to start feeding in some of that feedback. I can hear that. I like that. That's unique. Cool. Let's go ahead and move into the Rotary. This is like a Rotary speaker. Obviously, no Rotary pedal is going to sound just right because just no one's really been able to capture that. And they admit that in their manual. But it's still something fun to play with. I'm going to go ahead and crank that mix, which is recommended. On this, I haven't really messed with the clock. Maybe I will go back and do that on the original one, but I'm not a big mess with the clock kind of person. So instead of depth, it's mic distance. And tweak his horn balance. God, I played that riff beautifully earlier today. Let's just crank everything. Why not? Why wouldn't I do that? That's very much a vibrato noise. That does not sound cool. And the next one is going to be the weirdest of them. I'm going to try to get that tweak knob to noon. Because that is what controls the octave on this pitch shifting chorus. And at noon should be no octave. It should just be, pitch shifting, I should say. Again, rate, depth, just normal mix, and then pitch shift. All of the secondary functions are the same. Let's do octave up. It sounds like a Star Trek. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Let's get some pitches. That's octave down. Ooh! I like that. Man, this is a cool pedal. All right, let's mess with the clock. I'm gonna go back to normal chorus, and get you oh my goodness, get you a bit of a lo-fi sound. Bits. I just keep making really dumb faces. Beautiful, man. Well, there you have it. There is my quick look into the Sugarcube by Alexander Pedals Effects. Alexander says right there, part of their Neo series. I gotta be honest, this is like a hell of a pedal and a hell of a deal. I almost said the F word. I don't want to demonetize myself. I mean, I've never been able to control a Dimension style chorus that much. And you don't have to just like pick one way that the stereo feed works in the song. You can either have it really vintage authentic or the more modern, like whooshy, 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 both sounds, both sides kind of vibe, which I personally prefer to the more vintage period correct. Which, because if you didn't know, old Roland JC 120s and Grant from Big Ear Pedals told me this originally. They can't go all wet, because the mix only goes 50-50 because it only goes into one of the two speakers. And that's why his pedal, the Albee, doesn't go full wet. And this doesn't go full wet either. But yeah, it works with a variety of different setups. You can have, your true modern stereo, your vintage, wet, dry, or you can just say screw it, do a normal TS out, use that mix knob to get it where you want it. The ramping is cool. Obviously, I didn't dig into that too much. I would use it, but it's the kind of thing that, like, dialing that sort of thing in probably wouldn't be very fun. It's pretty easy. It's like dialing in a preset. You get this wonderful manual from them. Gives you everything you would ever need to know about this pedal, including how to save presets, both on board, because you can save a preset on board there, which is really handy. Rotary, it's cool. It's cool to mess around with. I feel like you got some really neat vibrato sounds out of it, especially. I can imagine using that more subtly. The pitch was really fun. That was surprisingly fun. Like, I'm not a big pitch effects kind of person, but using that, I was like, oh yeah, I could drop this into some Sunday Crush songs, and nobody would yell at me. Everyone would probably think it was really, really cool. So yeah, I think this is a great pedal. Please check it out. We have affiliate links in the video description, including Reverb, Sweetwater, and maybe one more. We have merch at getoffsetpodcast.com/merch/shop, getoffsetpodcast.com/shop. Video description link. Oh, we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/getoffset. Those in the Patreon get access to our super secret Discord server, which we have a lot of fun in. We talk about pedals, we talk about cats, we talk about food, we talk about everything. It's a good place, filled with great people. Big thanks to Alexander Pedals and Maz Distro for sending me this unit to demo. I really appreciate it. I know this is not a new pedal for a lot of you all, but I really wanted to get my hands on this because I think it sounds as sweet as the name implies. Yeah, just great work. I'm really happy. Thank you for watching. Thanks for understanding. Please like, comment, subscribe below. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.